Hi Virgo, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I'm here to do your weekly reading for the week of January 29th. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. I hope you're having a good week. Let's see what messages universe has for the sign of Virgo for this week. All right. Universal energies, what messages do you have for the sign of Virgo for this week? Messages for the sign of Virgo, please. We have the Seven of Swords, or the Six of Swords, excuse me. Six of Swords. Whoa. We have Judgment and let's see. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And then we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, Virgo, is that you have, or you are making the decision to move on from something, that's no longer serving you, to move on in a better direction. And this is involving some sort of decision concerning the past. You're kind of looking at your past and kind of assessing whether you did the best that you could, whether you could have done anything better, and you're kind of trying to make that decision. You have, reached a point where you're starting to notice how hard you've worked and all the potential that you have to move forward and keep moving on. But there's some sort of worry or anxiety, Virgo. You're stuck in your head about something, about all of this. So let me see if I can get a bigger picture for you guys. What else is happening with Virgo for this week? All right. So I don't know if the worry is about moving on from whatever you're moving on from, or maybe just about like this decision about the past, deciding like, if you were acting as your best, highest self. We have the Fool. So yeah, you're moving on. You're wanting to start something new, wanting to kind of take a risk, start something new. But you're really kind of like, I think, you're kind of determining about your actions. Like it's kind of a point in time where we look at ourselves and kind of just assess that, everything we did was the best that we could do. Or if there's anything better, like what we want to see change. Yeah, so you're really looking at that with a lot of conviction and courage. You're really trying to balance out, what you might have done better. And it looks like you're still kind of manifesting. I do see that, you have reached a point where you are in your potential, but it looks like you're still like looking for more. You're kind of looking for that Ten of Pentacles now. And we have the Page of Cups on the bottom. So this is kind of like you're anxious about like some sort of expression, some sort of self-expression, possibly, or expression from somebody else. Maybe like a message, or giving someone a message, or receiving a message. Let me see if I can break this down further, Virgo, and we can get a bigger picture of what's going on. I'm not really sure why this is giving you anxiety. Maybe it's just the worry of, starting something new, moving forward, starting something new. Maybe it's kind of like that vulnerability of trying to find that courage and that determination to, really be honest with yourself about the past, about what you could have done better and where there's room for improvement. Because even when we're at this Nine of Pentacles energy, there's still always room for improvement. As long as you're on this earth, there's always room for improvement. Like we do not stop learning and growing as long as we're on this earth. So, I mean, yeah, we can definitely make the choice to stop, but then, that's kind of when our life turns into all these sort of tower moments, and we find ourselves surrendering to circumstance more than anything else. So as long as you're here, you're still growing. Um, but I'm wondering if maybe this like assessment of the past, this like decision to move on, to take this risk, to take this new beginning is kind of giving you, maybe you're going to tell somebody about this, or you're thinking about telling somebody, and it's giving you like a lot of anxiety to have that conversation. But let's see if I can find anything else for you guys. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're really trying to balance yourself out. You're really focused on this decision. I think you have made the decision to move forward, but now it's kind of like about balancing yourself out with this, moving forward energy. Um, but I still kind of see you hanging around in the situation, and I think you know that. I think you're kind of hanging around. You're still trying to get the courage. You're still trying to get the courage to be vulnerable about, making this decision about yourself concerning the past. Um, and yeah, that's difficult because anytime the Judgment card comes up, that is definitely vulnerable. And we have the Strength card and the Judgment card here. And so this is definitely vulnerability because when the Judgment card comes out, you're like assessing yourself on the past. You're assessing if you agree with your past behaviors, your past actions, how you treated people. And a lot of times, we don't because we don't, like I said, we're always growing, we're always changing. And, looking at the past, like you've heard that hindsight is 2020. I mean, yeah, we always like judge ourselves pretty harshly on the past, but it's kind of about the Judgment card is kind of about saying, I did the best I could, especially with the Strength card here. It's kind of saying, I did the best I could back then, and knowing what I know now, I'm going to move forward in a different direction. But I think you're kind of like hanging around because this is vulnerable. It's very, it's very difficult to do that. And it's not fun sometimes to look at our past selves and realize that we like did not act with the integrity that we wanted to, or we weren't, the things that we said to somebody weren't exactly, how we would describe our personalities. But that's kind of what it's about. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I think what this is saying with the Queen of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles, it's like know where you are supported, know who you are. Like you are totally supported. You are, you can depend on yourself. You just need to trust that you are supported. You support yourself. The universe is supporting you. And when you kind of fall into that energy, it'll be so much easier to manifest the things that you want to manifest. It'll be easier to take action, to think about the things that you want, to really put out, into the universe what you want, and to really recognize, what potential you do have and what potential you do have to grow. And I think, I don't know why you're so anxious about this. Like I said, I think it might just be, kind of about, you're making a pretty big decision. I feel with the Fool here, like you're making a big decision. Whatever this decision is to move away from something, to move on from something, this is like a huge decision for you because the Fool is like, this is like a huge risk. Like I don't even know if this is going to be worth it, kind of thing. And I mean, usually with the Fool, there is a positive outcome, but it's like, there's so many factors here. Like you're kind of in your head, Virgo. You're kind of, you're kind of still like, I need to like balance myself out. I need to like figure this out. And then you're kind of still like in this energy of, you know, I still kind of want to like hang around in the past, but so I think you've like chosen to move on, but you're kind of like doubting yourself now. You're really doubting yourself, and it's been difficult to kind of like assess the past, assess that like, this is the right direction. So I think that's kind of what that anxiety is about. Like I said too, with the Page of Cups here, you could be like wanting to express this decision to somebody, and this could be like giving you a lot of anxiety. This could be a lot to express to somebody, especially if they're not aware that, this is all that's been going on in your head recently. Um, and then we have the Seven of Cups on the bottom. So yeah, this is just I feel like you're just like emotionally overwhelmed. It's to the point where you're like not sleeping at night, like you're having a lot of anxiety about this, and you're just kind of like in this like sense of doubt. Even though I see you like moving forward, I see that you've kind of like made this decision, you've decided to move forward, but you're still like, I don't know, I'm doubting myself. Like I'm doubting that I have the determination and the courage to do what it takes to do this. I'm doubting that I'm have the stability that I have, that I'm supported, that the universe supports me. Don't doubt that, okay, guys? Don't doubt that, because here's what I'm seeing. You have already made this decision. It looks like you've already made this decision. So once you've made this decision, that's totally fine. You can go and assess your past, but I would just say with this judgment card, make sure that what you're bringing to your present right now are the things that you want to bring. Make sure that they're the things you want to bring, because we do have the magician here, and you don't want to manifest, anything else that you don't want in your life. So I do see a lot of potential, Virgo. It's a lot going on. It looks pretty exciting. I think once you get out of this kind of energy where you're kind of doubting yourself, out of the energy where you're, not sure if you need to balance it out anymore, or you're not sure of your decision, I think you will be just fine. So hopefully that was helpful, Virgo. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I will talk to you guys later.